Hello. Good morning, everybody. What we got the She-Devil in here. True. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Loop and Looper. Both of you. Let's see here. Pause that really quick. We got Plaid Jammy Pants. Good morning. Oh boy, Melandra? That's how you say that? I'm not good with lead speak. Especially in the morning. Clayton, good morning. Kai Knight, are you joining? Are you getting on board there, Kai Knight? That's exciting. But yeah, 9 a.m. Central Time is when the class starts. I got my homework all baked up and ready to go. Let's see, actually, messaging the missus, letting her know we should post a video of my finished homework on Discord for you guys. Exciting. Well, it's perfect time to get back into it. I look forward to seeing some good stuff out of you there. Great news. I was moving on the week 3 lesson and had a quick question for Chris. To link the head with the body, can someone use soldering wire, or will it like not survive oven heat? It should be, yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. I don't think the oven gets hot enough to melt solder. I'm not sure. I mean, I would just simply look up what the melting point of solder temperature wise is. I bet it's way higher than what the oven's at. So this should be okay. All right. So we're gonna be sculpting a sword here for our character. It's just a small little things that we have to do on here, and then we have to make the sword, some accessories like a necklace, and then he's done. We're at least ready for painting, so that'll be cool. Move him on to the next stage. So let me find a small drill bit here. Let's get to it. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's actually something I've been wanting to look into, is doing soldering for the frame. I just wasn't sure. I feel like you have to use, don't you have to end up using like copper or brass for solder to be really effective? I wasn't sure if you could solder galvanized steel. I've never really tried it. I mean, maybe. we're doing here? Oh, okay. That's what we want. I think we're gonna build his, just the hilt of his sword kind of coming from the back like this. Hey, thanks, Kamaz. Appreciate it, man. Kind of like that. And then we'll drill a hole through it and feed this through to create the structure for the crossbar there. Let's see here. So let's see, let's do probably about two widths of the face. 1, 2. Let's drill. Craving ramen? You know what makes me crave ramen less? Looking at the ingredients list on the back. That makes me crave it less. I don't read that. Do it. Read it. No, MSG is actually not too bad. That's definitely not the worst of it. MSG, did you know MSG is actually a natural component of like anchovies? That's why when you add anchovies to stuff like pizza, it makes things taste better. It's like another form of salt, really. So they've just extracted and concentrated that. Certain type of seaweed that has high levels of natural MSG. I don't think I have a smaller one in here. We'll just use this one. I saw that on YouTube. Wait, this might be the size we actually need here. Oh yeah, it's much better. What's up, Ferdinand? How you doing? All right, let's drill the hole here. Nice and straight there through there. Uh-oh. Okay. That's good. Hey, Shirley Ann. How you doing, my friend? Let's grab a knife here. This end kind of has like a little eagle sitting on it. So I'm just gonna kind of carve the basic shape of this. Yeah, let's see here. Should have a saw around here somewhere. All right. Good. Now we glue that in place. No, I don't have a high-res pic of the sword. I mean, I can pretty much see what I need to see, though. Yeah, I mean, you zoomed in on it with the character sheet. I'm pretty sure I can see everything I need to see. It never hurts to have more reference, though. Can only help. Oh. Hey, Abdal, how you doing? Good day. Yeah, yes, 18 Vix, exactly. Yeah, probably more of an additive method with the reptile skin. Like you're talking about like the below the neck of like a Komodo dragon type stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna add our clay glue. Yep, just try and use the additive method to add little tubes of clay that represent the folds. Just really look at reference and make those decisions based on the reference. Blend it all in, and then you're gonna be doing texture on top of that. Thanks, Kamas. Eight. Welcome. From Jordan. Well, that's a tiny picture. It's a teeny tiny picture there, Kamaz. Alright, let's roll some clay through the pasta machine here. Best you can manage. It's fine. It's okay. The basic idea is there, and I can make the details. Okay. Good morning, Bandito. What's up, Super? Yeah, I used the clay glue. The C2 clear bond. Definitely. I find I struggle with proportions getting to it. Yeah, so what it is your eyes are not attuned to proper proportions, meaning it's sitting right in front of you, but you don't see it until later. Right? That's the problem you're having. It's like a process you have to go through, and it's something I think everybody struggles with, where you have to unbiasedly train your eyes to really see the sizes and shapes of things. And you have to spend more time in that part of the project where you're doing the proportions and really resist that urge to progress forward. Using tools of measurement can really help you overcome these proportion problems too. Essentially, once you've realized that the way you check your proportions is by measuring things up to one another, comparing sizes of things, right? Then you just need to literally do that. So you take your reference, right, yeah. It's like this struggle you have to kind of embrace and just keep pushing through. And every time you do that, every time you like push through it and struggle with it, you're sharpening that ability to see proportions. And proportioning is never something you're done. You're never like, okay, I've unlocked the skill. I don't need to worry about proportions ever again. It's like a difficulty that just gets less and less the more you kind of do battle with it. So yeah, just embrace that challenge and push it as far as you can. And it's totally fine if you miss the mark. But the key is here is honesty, like true, unbiased honesty to yourself. Like when you sit down and you look at your work, imagine it's somebody else's. Because I think what holds us back from growing in this aspect is that we get attached to the work that we've done. So when we notice these proportional problems, instead of slapping more clay on and just fixing it real quick, we're like, but I already put so much work into this surface here. I don't really want to, mess with it. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm not seeing this problem. But the reality is no, you do. You usually see it almost right away. You notice it, but it becomes it's like this little whispering voice in the back of your mind that kind of gets louder and louder as you get further down the project. You have to really tune into that and really take that seriously, even if it means undoing things, redoing things. I can only say this because I lived this, you know what I mean? I know exactly how it is. It's like you try to, I don't know, it's like this weird natural tendency to, your eye will notice something's off. It's like your initial, almost immediate gut instinct is usually 100% correct. But for some reason we talk ourselves out of listening to that for whatever reason. The best I can figure it out is that we get attached to the work, and that's the reason. We don't want to have to redo things. Nobody likes to do that. But you have to redo things. You have to get in the habit of acting on that instinct instead of burying it, because naturally, if you're left to your own devices, you're gonna naturally bury that instinct all the time. And this is one of the things I think why certain people plateau and don't really continue to improve. And so you see, we've all seen people out there that have been doing things for way longer times, but they put in the time, but they don't improve. And it's like, why is that? Is there something they're missing? And I don't think it's that at all. I think they're not being honest with themselves, So that's just one of the many roadblocks that can get in your way. So yeah, the tiniest little doubt. Yeah, exactly. You have to take those seriously. Don't get attached to your work. At the end of the day, if you notice something's wrong, as much as it hurts, you have to fix it. You have to act on those intuitions. Because the reality is proportional changes cannot be fixed with detail, no matter how good you are at doing detail and texture. That's kind of the lie. Maybe once everything's all built up, we won't really notice it. It should be fine. The reality too is the more painful it is, the more you grow and learn, So let's say, for example, you sculpt the character's head. but then you realize the head is too big or too small. Now you're left with, okay, do I re-sculpt the head? And all that time is just out the window? That's how your mind thinks. But you should say yes to that. You should re-sculpt the head. And the fact that it hurts means you're going to be more likely to retain the skill up. You know, you're gonna keep that knowledge, or you're gonna check even more next time because of that, to avoid that from happening. Proportions are the most important details here, right? Is that true? Yeah. Well, see, that you gotta be careful too, because that also could be, that's kind of a pitfall too. Like, it's a 2D concept, it's probably just the perspective. Yeah, everything's fine. See how our minds are actively against ourselves? You had to break the neck of one tree, and it hurt a lot. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Genesee? How you doing? Happy Friday. I mean, I had to do that just recently on one of my projects. Proportions were off, and I had to resculpt the body, but you know, the reality is it never takes, it's funny, but it always takes way less time to fix the problem than your mind thinks it's going to take. And you really learn what things you need to really avoid. You know, you really realize you need to not rush into doing detail. That's when it hurts the most, is when you've done a lot of detail and it's all kind of down the drain because the details on top of proportions that aren't right. There's lots of tricks you can use to help you see these proportion problems and face them. Definitely having someone else unbiasedly giving it to you, you know, without any sugarcoating is a good one. Just be ready, you're gonna naturally want to be mad at that person. When faced with ultimate truths, we tend to get angry. which should tell you you're onto something. Which should make us want to listen to that person even more. So, for me, that's my wife. She'll tell me how it is. She'll tell me when something is, proportions are not looking good, or because you don't have to be an expert to know if the proportions look good. We're all experts at seeing things, and like seeing a human figure and knowing if it's proportional. Everyone can do that. You don't have to be like a professional artist to know. Knowing why it's off or where it's off, that's where the needing to be an artist comes in. But everybody can tell you if it is or isn't off. They just have to be brutally honest, though. They can't. Another trick is to exploit the fresh eyes effect, meaning get up away from your piece, spend some time doing something else, and then come back to it, you know, an hour or two later. And as soon as you sit down and you look at the reference and you look at the project, it should start to jump out to you. Now, one thing I used to notice is that the proportions changed. Like, say you have part of the character developed, the proportions can look off until you have the full character developed, and then they might look right or they still might look wrong. But sometimes you can't really tell because the whole character isn't there. Or you'll see the proportions are off, you'll fix them, but then you'll add more of the character and then realize they're still off, you know. So this is where the sketching the pieces step that I do comes in handy. And that's kind of how you overcome that, is you just take some clay and flesh out the whole piece. If you're really wondering if it's going to look good or not when the whole character's developed, just take big blobs of clay and put them in place and let them represent the forms. Then it'll become very clear to you if it's looking good or not. Flip your canvas, yeah. But yeah, I mean, there certainly is like a skill you're slowly sharpening where you can like look at an image of something and translate from the image to the clay in an honest way, in a She does not. But that's because we consider ourselves the same person. We are one. She is me and I am her. See not bushes us.
Well done, brave hero. Your labor has borne fruit. Enjoy these goods as a reward for your dedication.
Hey, Looney Lorna. Thank you for the 21 months there, Looney Lorna. Wisdom here. 21 months. Wisdom for you. Better a brave bard than a cowardly knight, for words can be as mighty as any blade. That's a good one. Go get some coffee too. Good timing. We are actually, let's see here. How many days we have left in the month here? Yeah, like a half a week to go. And I checked it this morning. I think we're at 250, right around 250 points. Let me check here. Yeah, there we go. 252 partner plus points. We need to get to 300. Last month we ended at 275, so I imagine we're very close to that, if not. Hopefully more. Hopefully more. But yeah, if we can hit the 300 partner plus points, that could be our first month on the way to CNAP Bush getting a 20% raise, which I would very much appreciate. So thank you very much for helping out with that there, Looney Lorna. Now, gifted subs and prime subs don't count for that. It has to be tier 1, 2, or 3 regular subs. So tier 1 counts for 1 point, tier 2 counts for 2, and tier 3 counts for 6. So that's how we move that number up. But we're very, very close. So all right, I'll be right back. All right.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Hey, Skittle. Thank you very much for that Prime sub. I appreciate that. Ooh, hot. Welcome to the Sea-Nappers Kingdom. Thank you very much. Skittle. All right, Rob. Yeah, save yourself some money on those fifis. What's up, Craster? Doing good. It's Friday. Always a great day to be. Right? Let's brush this now. Hey, thank you. I would say if anyone does something consistently for 15 years, you will become good at it. I'm no one special, I promise. You're trying to sleep for 30 years and you're still not the best. Yeah, but are you actually practicing? You know, trying to be better, become better at sleeping? Actively, or are you just doing the same things over and over again? Expecting different results? Oh, really, Looper? That's exciting. Hey, there we go. Excited to see what you guys do. You've tried literally everything the doctors say, never helps. So you are trying the same things over and over again, expecting different results. Thank you. The thing you were trying is asking the doctors what they think. Doctors don't know everything, my friend. See here. Hey, thanks, Cracer. Oh. Yeah, perhaps it's not. Perhaps it's not something that's a physical issue. There's definitely more to ourselves than just our physical being. Embrace your quest, seek your answers, and you shall find them. Pretty sure Einstein called that the definition of insanity. I think so. Yeah, he's just certainly that kind of a type of a rough around the edges character. This is a someone's D&D character. Okay, let's see. The eagle. Right about here is where the wings will start. Gabriel Angelos, no, that one is still in the works. It's just in the painting phase now. Let's see, it's being painted. There you go. Yeah, you can either use a wooden stick with a wire attached, or you can just use make the whole thing out of wire too. No, no. The mouse will get worked on again next Thursday. Thursday. Mm-hmm. Hey, I didn't see Northern Time join. Good morning, Northern Time. I missed you. Oh yeah. Oh, that's why. Okay, interesting. So when you guys, strangely enough, when you do a highlighted message, it actually doesn't show up on my chat. So if you've had a if you've had an ignored highlight message in the last month or two, that's why. It doesn't show them on my combined chat here. So if you really want your message to not be seen, highlight it. Good to know. But how? How is it too tall, Jones? Did you take all the oven racks out and set it down on the bottom of the oven? You can do that. My coil's on the bottom. Yeah, mine too, but usually it goes around in like a boxy circle. You just put it in the middle of that. I would try that first before needing to lay it down, but you can lay it down too. Yours is like a pitchfork. Oh, that's interesting. And it won't fit in. Let's see. So we got the bottom of your oven. You got your oven here. We're looking at it from the top here on the inside. Alright, so you got a little pitchfork design here. Like this. That's your coil. You can't fit the wood in there, in one of these little areas here. It can be pretty close to the coil without the wood actually getting burnt. Obviously not like, there's a certain proximity where it's too close or too far. And if you feel like it's too close, just wrap the block of wood with foil. That'll prevent the direct heat from scorching it. Try that first. If that doesn't work, then you can lay it down. You can lay it down and bake it. You just want to lay it down in a way that, well, there's no details right now anyways, so you just create a little bed with foil and then just put it in there laid down. And when we go to the detail phases, that's when you're going to have to be a little bit more careful. But definitely try and do it standing up if you can. Hey, what's up, Sapphire? I may have to sculpt my Gnomelin's utensils separately. Okay, is that what's making it too tall? Do you have like the frame for the staff or something in place? I wonder. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm a little bit like, oh, there's no, unless you went really, really big with the gremlin. You know the black dragon? Yeah, that fits in the oven. That one makes Gabriel Angelos look small. Hey, what's up, Saint? There. A lamp lighter pole. Okay. But even with that, I mean, unless you have a really small oven, I guess that could be the case. I mean, laying it down doesn't really hurt it either, so it certainly will be easier to. I mean, right now you shouldn't be really attaching an armature for the weapon right now, anyways. So it's. What sword is this? This guy's right here. It's actually just the hilt of the sword. It's gonna be like right here. Like that. Better flesh wound. You know, doing a bust in this manner, let's say the client of this piece decide if Mr. Kamau's decides later in life he wants to turn this into a full character, we can make that happen. Send the bust back to me and I'll use it in the essentially attaching an armature. Yes, that is definitely possible. "17 inches high, 18 inches deep." Yeah, it's a good size oven. Get some cheese coming in. Man, never know how life changes on that regard, right? I work for cheese, that's right. It's my only accepted currency, actually. My son said he was in Germany, stationed there, and the locals he knew had moldy cheese on the table, and they still ate it. Is that true? Did you know all cheese gets moldy? Even the cheese that you buy at the store? They just cut the outer layer off before they package it up and sell it. Mold is one of those things where when something gets moldy, it doesn't infect the whole caboose. You can cut away the affected areas. Especially with cheese. Or just eat it with the mold. Get that natural penicillin. Isn't it a penicillin that's made from mold? One of the big antibiotics. This one? So this one kind of self-developed. It comes from, you've probably seen the standard wooden tools like this. You get them in like assorted packs. This was once this. But after a decade of use, it became really polished and smooth and the color darkened. And the number is number 8. So if you find a number 8, this is 30, see? That number 8 is what this one used to be. Now, it used to have an end just like this, but it broke a while ago. So it was like this here. So this part broke off a long time ago. I tried prying open a paint can with it, and that end broke, and then I just sanded it. So you can just get a number 8, and then you can cut it right there, and then sand the heck out of it and polish it so it's the same. And then this end is different because this is a different number, but that end will be similar, just more rounded. So you say I need to do some carving? Yeah, buy a set of the, or you might already have them, just like the standard wood shaping tool sets, usually pretty cheap. And then just find the number 8 and then just sand the heck out of it. Here's another one, random one, 28. Thankfully, they're all marked with numbers, so then this one's number 8. And you want it as smooth as possible, even all the way up to a polish if you can do it. You don't want any harsh or coarse edges on it at all. Okay, let's see here. Let me pull up a reference. Blue cheese, yeah. It's interesting. A lot of our common like thoughts on food and when it's considered bad and when it's not considered bad it's actually pretty interesting, especially when you start looking into like dry aged meat. It really changes your perspective on when food is actually bad, you know. Let's just say back in the day, food never got thrown away. Get into the fermenting hobby. Yeah, exactly. The natural aging process of food will definitely open your mind on when food actually is bad. Oh yeah? Are you got a sourdough start going on there? Sourdough. It's in the name. I'm pretty sure most of the meat we actually consume has been dry aged to a certain point. It's like part of the natural butchering process to let it dry age, which is essentially just pretty much just sitting out in the open air. In fact, a lot of the reason why the meat that we buy in stores goes bad faster than it normally should is because it's wrapped in plastic where the moisture isn't allowed to escape. It's the plastic wrapping that causes it to go bad. In the 1800s is where we belong. Before the turn of the tide. Let the meat go free. Let it dry age. Crazy man. Let's see. It's the same with eggs too. So grocery store eggs are washed. Unwashed eggs can actually last for like months, just sitting on your counter. But because they wash them, they remove a protective coating that makes them not last very long, and they have to be refrigerated. It's like we do everything backwards nowadays. I've had 7-month-old egg glassing. If you do that, that can last like up to 2 years, even. They have to wash them, yeah. You have chickens? Yeah. I would too, if I could. Totally would have chickens. Although I think they might have changed that rule here. I was talking to one of the other neighbors, and they were pretty convinced that you can have chickens here. So I might have to really look into that. Get the CNAP Bush chicken coop built here. That's right, Dragon. Yeah, it's because they were unwashed eggs. They don't need to be refrigerated. Mystery solved. Well, I thought it was weird that my town even had it restricted at all, because people literally have like bonfires in the front yard here. That's how loose it is. So it's like everyone's just doing their own thing and nobody really cares, kind of thing. I've glassed duck eggs and they were delicious. Oh, and for 2 years and they were still delicious. Yeah, see? Now, for those that don't know what egg glassing is you take unwashed regular chicken eggs and you put them in a bucket of water mixed with, I think it's lime. Like, it's a natural chemical. I think lime is produced from putting bones and stuff inside of a furnace. Creates lime. But anyways, you mix that into the water and it preserves the eggs, like, long term. You just throw that bucket in, like pickling lime, yeah. You just throw that bucket in like a closet somewhere and forget about it. There you go. It must react with the calcium in the shell. What? The lime? No, it doesn't. Nothing happens. I remember when I first learned about that, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is crazy. The thought of eggs staying fresh for like 2 years with no refrigeration. How could this be? Excited to try? I see what you did there. Bit runny, but still tastes the same, yeah. Yeah, you have to trust your senses with stuff like that, you know. If it looks good, if it tastes good, if it smells good, it's probably still good. If it tastes weird, if it looks weird, if it smells weird, it's probably bad. Trust your senses. Doesn't explain. Yeah, I mean, not with all things. Look, there's always exceptions to any rule. Okay, don't base things off of the exception to the rule. The funny thing is you know that everything that was developed that is like funky like that, you know, it was just somebody like being curious. The starter doesn't smell like the kitchen is cooking feed. It's not ready. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can do this next part. Pickled eggs. Important swords always have names, do they? I recommend Cosclay. Do exclamation point clay. Give you the answer you desire. It must have a name. Just get Chavant or Monster Clay. Want something that's reusable. Yeah, you don't want to do air dry clay. That's for sure. Setting yourself up for not a good time. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those materials, though, once you have it, you'd never need to buy it again because you can just keep reusing it infinitely. So now I've heard Monster Clay is better because doesn't have the sticky quality that Chavant has. I just can't say for sure because I've never used it. I've only used Chavant. It wouldn't surprise me though, because the maker that makes Cosclay makes Monster Clay. He came out with it after Chavant had already existed, so I imagine it brings something new to the table, just like Cosclay does. I do not doubt Mr. Arnold's brilliance on these matters. You know, now that I think about it, what a hard market to break into. If there's already an established industry standard for reusable clay, to then try to create something that's a competitor to that and convince everyone that has Chavant to switch over. Not easy. Do these new clays actually contain clay? Like the earth material clay? No. Stoneware or earthware? Hey, what's up, Maggie? Day to you. Indeed. I'm certainly ready for some rest. A little bit of Baldur's Gate 3 this weekend, I think. A little bit of beer. Time with the family. Maybe make a homemade vegetable broth base of some sort.
Daddy, look at me.
Wow, look at you.
I look just like Elsa, right?
No, you look like Emma to me.
Look, see?
Let me see.
I have the Elsa dress.
Wow.
So I look like...
Sparkly, magical, frozen Emma.
No, Elsa.
You're not Elsa.
Look, I have the cape.
I know, but you're still Emma.
You know,
You're like frozen Princess Emma.
I'm like frozen Elsa.
Who's Elsa?
And so, or something.
She's in a show or something?
Mhm.
Oh. Never heard of her. I think Frozen Princess Emma is way cooler. Way cooler than Elsa.
No,
Not more cool than Emma. Definitely not.
both of them are cool.
Both of them are cool? Yeah, alright. I'll give you that. But Emma is a little bit cooler. What a buzzkill. I want her to be, you know, happy to be herself, not somebody else. Oh, what? Oh, no, not right now. Thanks for asking, though.
Cause why?
Well, because I want to get this finished. And today's Friday anyways, so we get to hang out a bunch. And you sculpted with me yesterday, right?
Then let's go to my workshop.
In your workshop? We can do that later. When I'm done working. I'm not done working. It's only 9 o'clock. It's only 9 o'clock. I'm done at 12 o'clock.
Oh, this takes a long time.
It doesn't take that long. Just go like read a book or play a game, and then by the time you're done, I'll probably be finished. Makes time go by faster. All right. Thanks. We're almost done with this part of the hilt. $10,000 seconds. She doesn't even know what that number is. Bigger than she can comprehend. Makes you want to paint them. You should, yeah. Do it. Do it now. to the sculpture. Yay.
Well met, loyal friend. You've made a real impact on the realm. Thank you for your contributions.
Never be real with the 18 months of support. Thank you very much. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Let's get you some wisdom. Like the mighty oak tree that grows from a tiny acorn, greatness is a journey that begins with a single step. That's right. Imagine if the acorn thought about all the things it had to do to become the great 100-year-old oak tree. It would crush itself under its own weight. Likewise, we are to not think about tasks in front of us in that manner. But instead, approach it one step at a time. That's nuts. Oh, jeez. One step at a time. Let's move on down to here. Here. Start working on this hilt. Uh, yeah, definitely. Definitely it's easier. But this particular character, we don't really see the scabbard too much either. It's more of just the handle. It's going to be like kind of like this. A little bit of the scabbard. Then the cutoff's like right here. Yeah. Oh yeah? Cool. Glad you like it. One step further every piece we make. You know? I'm quite happy with the portrait on this guy too. Right, which is what the client was asking for. Something serious.
Well met, loyal friend. You've made a real impact on the realm. Thank you for your contributions.
Norse Eric, 19 months. Thank you for the support, my friend. Let's see what we got here for you. Good morning. Let's see here. Like a knight in shining armor, you must stand tall in the face of adversity. For you are strong, you are bold, and you are fearless. There we are. Be strong, Norse Eric. Glad to have a wizard on your staff. Hey, Ghost Legs. Well, welcome. Happy to have you with us. Hey, what's up, Plankwalker? Good day, my friend. I did, yes. Thank you very, very much. They're Plankwalker. I'm excited. We'll work in a sketch day soon here. We'll sketch out the idea. And then yeah, we'll just fill yours in when the opening happens. It's gonna be fun. This will be my third Lalafell. The second one I think was better than the first, and this one will probably even be better than that. We'll just say I've become very familiar with Lalafell proportioning. Hey, what's up, Bread Drum? The first one was the stack of books. The second one was on the chair, or the throne. Hello, Nisha. I'm making a sword here, or a sword handle for our character. Follow you, you're new here? Well, welcome. What do you do? What do you do here? Plains folk or dunes folk? Oh, I don't know. Why is it so popular? They're like the Ewoks of the Final Fantasy world, as far as I can tell. I have played a little bit, long time ago. And thank you. But certainly haven't the resources to play it nowadays, that's for sure. Older. Terigis, hello Terigis. Does he? I should have known. Hey, what's up, Z-Born? How you doing? Oh no. Oh, good thing it's Friday. Why couldn't you sleep? Don't know why. It's just one of those days. All right. I like to read sometimes. Reading before bed always makes me sleepy. Some scratches here. All right. Go ahead and get that in the oven. Have to do some more to it, but it's a good place to bake it and lock it in. Then we could do more to it post bake. Not too bad though. Let's keep it like this. Do the rest of the sculpting onto the character that we need to do now. I'll be right back. right. Hey, thanks, Hot Local. Dark Age of Camelot. I remember wanting that game so bad. Also, remember Darkfall? I remember wanting that one too. Just the style of it and everything is very attractive for me, but I never played them. For me, it was WoW. WoW was the biggest MMO. I played the heck out of it. That game was my life for like a couple of years in a very unhealthy way. Did you ever play the Thief series? I did, yeah. I remember playing, I think the first one was on console, like Xbox, wasn't it? I played the heck out of WoW. I also got into actually EVE Online for a while, which is like totally out of the norm for me because it's sci-fi, but I really enjoyed playing that one. I remember really liking Guild Wars 2, and I played that quite a bit. And then there was one, remember Rift? You guys remember Rift? It was short-lived, but I played Rift for a while. WildStar, I had huge anticipation of WildStar being good, like everyone else. Sure enough, it flopped. What other MMOs was there? I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. Is Colleen leaving, or is Looney Lorna leaving? Oh, Looney Lorna. Okay, Looney Lorna. Hey, we'll catch you later. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Sunday for class time. Earth and Beyond. No, never played that one. You know when WildStar came out, to me it was like I played the normal style MMO of like quest grinding and all that stuff. Now I just can't play games like that anymore. I don't know. Like that format, that game mode is no longer interesting for me anymore. It's the same when a game, I can tell when a game is trying to just intentionally waste my time. Or not waste your time, but like try to become like a chore almost, you know. Then I immediately disengage as well. So yeah. Age of Conan. I didn't play that one, but I watched that one, and that was fun to watch. I got my big. I was into the roleplay scene actually. A lot, it was a short phase. It was during the chaos phase of Push's life, but I actually played. I played Reign of Kings on the roleplay server. I roleplayed as a crazy dwarf that lived in the swamp, and I would capture an NPC bear into my house, and I would go into town, and yeah, it was amazing till it wasn't exactly. But I was part of like the main server with all the streamers that roleplayed for a while there. I didn't stream it for the longest time. I was on a hiatus, and that's what I was doing. I was just playing roleplay. Actually, no, there was one thing that ruined the game, Sarah. It was at least for me personally, because I played on whitelisted servers, so it didn't really matter. But they made it so you used to be able to capture people if you snuck up behind them. You could capture them with a rope, and they could get out of that being captured if they had a key, which was hard to get. You know, you had to like go and kill like zombies in town for a while to find one, you know. But they had a lesser version of the key, which was like just a sharpened rock that you could hide on yourself. And they made a change where you didn't need the key anymore to break out of the metal handcuffs. you only needed a sharpened rock. So it became impossible to capture anybody anymore, like capture them alive, which is my whole role play stint revolved around sneaking up and capturing people in town and dragging them to my swamp and feeding them to my bear. So after that, it became unfun. I never played Elder Scrolls Online, but I've heard really good things. I've never played D&D online either. That was fun. That was funny. Fun times, that's for sure. Fun times. Well, it's funny because I had thousands of hours in the game called Chivalry Medieval Warfare. So my ability, the fighting format that they had in Reign of Kings was very similar. So I was very good at fighting. So anytime somebody would try and kill the dwarf in the swamp, they would always lose. I got thousands of hours of hand-to-hand combat under my belt. Wait. Leftover grease by here. Yum. I really enjoyed the first Chivalry. I never played the second one, but greasy pie, my favorite. War of the Rose. I played a lot of Mountain Blade, which what's grease pie? Not spelled grease pie. It's like German porridge. It's made with semolina. Some greasy pie. I just call it greasy pie because that's what it sounds like to me. What's it taste like? God, what does it taste like? I don't know if I could really like a malto meal or cream of wheat, something like that. Yeah, let me show you. This is what it looks like here. See, grease pie, greasy pie. The texture is, yeah, it's like I don't know, breakfast mush, a greasy pie, a tasty greasy pie. Is it smoother than oatmeal? It is smoother than oatmeal. Yeah, it's not really like, there's not really any texture. Maybe like a little bit coarser than pudding texture. It's like a pudding, kinda, but it's usually served warm. And still, Emma doesn't like mashed potato. Actually, you know what? Mashed potatoes consistency is probably the closest. Probably consistent, texture-wise, about the same as mashed potatoes. But no, she doesn't like mashed potatoes. She's weird, man. She doesn't like spaghetti with red sauce. She doesn't like ketchup. Weird kid. Weird kid indeed. But she likes kombucha. Some of the most random things that she's tasted, she actually likes. All right, so we just gotta do this shoulder bit, and we gotta kind of clean up this bottom part here. And then after that, maybe a little bit around the edges too. Polenta. The texture, yeah, really. I like the texture. Grants. I don't really have them often though. Tool. Yes. On the ground, of course. Emma's a big texture. Texture throws her off more than anything. More than flavor, it's the texture. We tried giving her a boiled egg the other day. That didn't go very well. She likes eggs though, scrambled, not boiled. Texture in food plays a big role. Not for me. I'll eat tasty mush all day. I'll eat untasty mush all day. I probably went from the most picky person in the world to the most unpicky person in the world. Well, here's the basis for armor. If you follow the same protocol, you can do all armor. Get the plane good. See I'm getting this surface. I'm not worried about the edge or anything like that. You get the surface looking good. And then once it looks good, then you cut the edges with a nice knife or something. Anything white? You know, I noticed that the other day that there's a connection between vibrant colors and things that Emma wants to try and eat. So I definitely think you're onto something there. We were at a friend's house the other day, and she made us a rose hip hibiscus tea, and it had a very strong, like, red color, you know, very nice strong red color. And Emma was very interested in trying it. And I concluded it was because of the color. Which is funny because in the natural world, you can almost, there's almost a direct correlation between the vibrancy of color and the nutritional value. In the, like, vegetables and fruits world, the more vibrant the colors, the more nutritional value it has. So it's like a built-in system for us to, and of course big corporations know this and they exploit it by making all these foods have all this unnatural bright vibrant colors. Jeez. Poison, yeah. Well, we'll say in the mushroom kingdom, you know, I'm talking about fruits and vegetables, but in the mushroom world, bright and vibrant colors is something you definitely usually want to stay away from. For the most part. I mean, like chicken of the woods is a really bright orange color, and that's actually really good to eat. But I'd say the majority of the edible mushrooms are not super bright. Not very vibrant colored. Pull up my reference really quick here. Love some colorful shroom, Mr. Forger. Let's see here. Probably one of the most potent colors you could find in the garden is beetroot, and those are extremely healthy for you. Is it lion's mane that tastes like scallops? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it has. It's a like a kind of like a shellfishy taste. It's imitation crab, essentially. Lion's mane. Very good for you, though. Very good for your brain. Cognitive function. It even has the texture. Not only does it have the flavor of a crab, but also has the texture. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're gonna use the pasta machine here for this next part. feel. Oh, dang it. Oh, nice. I think that's soap. Mm-hmm. It's too thin. Yeah. That's one of the worst. Light food packaging is almost all the time blue. Yeah, like a sky blue color. Yeah. It's amazing how much they get into human psychology to essentially scam us in the food industry. I think the way we're gonna do this is I'm gonna put it in place, but we're not really gonna do anything with it. We're gonna end up baking this piece first, and then doing any of the altering of it post bake.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Dundee Dundee, thank you very much for the 3 months of Prime. I appreciate that. Thanks for supporting my work. Interesting. Hey, glad to have you here. One thing I saw was there's this guy who took like photos of like a shelf of, let's just say, a section of salad dressing, and blocked out things in red that were all part of essentially the same company. And there was like literally everything except for like maybe 1 or 2 options that was all part of the same. So you have all this like selection that seems like it's coming from a different place, but the reality is it's all coming from the same place. Hey, glad to have you here there, Sunday Dundee. Okay, so I think what we do here is we're gonna bake this and lock it in, and then I'll actually cut the actual shape to this. So let's clean up this part here. Doing there. What do you mean? I usually never leave before 11. Guess you just got back early. Uh-huh. Look. A lot of variables. Okay. Out of my control variables. Yeah. It's definitely one of those ones that just seems to magically happen, doesn't it? Technique, it shows the power of what technique can do. And that's why developing and coming up with techniques is important. Those are what I call golden nuggets of information. Something that somebody can just see one time and automatically changes the way they do things. It's not like it's a technique that only, experts can do or anything. Anybody can do that. Just change your technique. Still practice it a few times and you'll be good to go, pretty much. Rich in nuggets. Oh, it blew my mind too when I first learned about it. And I didn't have someone tell me. I had to decipher it from watching somebody else's workflow. I was just paying attention. You know, I wonder if I could find this guy. Well, let's see. Where was he at? Where was he on? Long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. There was a guy I used to look at. He'd post these like threads of his work. Let's see if we can find it. It was such a long time ago. It was like a long, like, just bunch of images of like start to finish creation. And I noticed he was using Sculpting, but I noticed by the end of the process, the first layers he would lay down would be really dark in color. So I assumed he was baking it after every interval. And just seeing how, knowing how many times it takes for a sculpture to get like, kind of like black in color, you know? Made me really realize how much he was really exploiting the bakeability of the clay. Got me on that wavelength. I wish I could find it. Oh geez, what was this guy's name? Let's see. I don't think I'll be able to find it. It's like ancient internet history at this point. I wish I knew. I'm trying to think where it was. I don't think it was on Pinterest. Actually, you know what? Maybe it was on Pinterest. It's either Pinterest or it was like some old forum post a long time ago. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna be on here. Yeah, I don't know. Lost. Anyways, that's how I did a lot of my learning. Actually, was just looking at. I would like look at photos of people's work, and they'd have like tools laid out on their desk, and I could just by looking at the tools kind of figure out how they did. Because a lot of people don't like to share how they do things. I learned about that earlier. It's like, all right, that's it. I'm learning everything and exposing it to the world. That'll teach you. Keep your secrets. Yeah, right. Man, you crazy. Well, not in my experience. Not in the sculpting sphere. I mean, it's probably changed because we're talking like back in the day when the internet was first coming up. 2002. Yeah. Like there wasn't even videos on YouTube for sculpting. There was nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think people started to catch on that it's more beneficial to share than to keep it to yourself. Maybe that's what the shift was. It wasn't even a YouTube in 2002. Yeah, it was forums. The first thing was forums. Searching for websites and forums. Yeah, I didn't even see. I wouldn't even be surprised if this guy's work is just gone. He used to do sculptures for, like, you know, Disney would create like a Mickey Mouse alarm clock or something. He would do the sculpting of the original characters that would be sent off to production. So there's a lady I follow on Facebook and she won't even share what kind of clay she uses for her stuff. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of mentality. Robert Talone. You guys are old. No, you. No, you. Dragon. I remember the first sculpting sanctuary I found was this forum called conceptart.org. And it was a forum, and it had like a forum for each art form. And the sculpting one was like, if you're part of the Shiflet Brothers sculpting forum, you know how that one is. That's how the concept art forum was. It seemed like it was just where all the industry professionals hung out. And I don't even know how I stumbled on it, but I would go there all the time. There was one guy he actually made like really nice tutorial on the forum, you know, like using Polymerclay. And I remember I learned so much from that. That's where I initially learned to brush with the alcohol. His name was Smelly Bug. Smelly Bug. He made like a creature out of Polymerclay and just showed all these cool, it was like all these mind-blowing golden nuggets with the process. That was back in 2007, I want to say, when I discovered that. How dare you, Colleen? How dare you? Liar! Why are groups of people all the same? Liar! And then after that comes the pitchforks and the torches, and before we know it, Colleen's tied to a post with a bunch of burnable material under it. Humans. Oh, jeez. You know what it is? It's the fact that the truth hurts. That's the fact. The truth stings a little bit. It pricks us at our hearts. And sometimes when we're encountering a truth that deep down inside we know, we have a knee-jerk reaction. That's what it is. Some people don't realize this and embrace that anger. Others realize it. Okay, that looks good. Cleaned up the chainmail down there. We'll bake that, and then after it's baked, I'll cut it and shape it and texture it. Yeah. All right. The only thing left to do on that is to get that sword part finished up, and then he has like a little necklace, but that can all be done later. Pretty much after the shoulder's baked, that can get sent to the painting department. So. I mean, Colleen, you're doing what you want to do, so therefore, you should have to give it away for free. Everybody knows this. Or, you know, we can get it made in China for that price, so therefore, you should make it for that price. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's part of what kind of causes a lot of this is we live in this disposable culture where things are made very cheaply, or they're made in places in the world where they don't really pay their employees. You know, free labor. It exists. It's a real thing. So it warps our perspective of the real value of actual things, you know. One of the biggest kind of realizations of this is if you get into gardening and growing your own food, and you go through the process of growing carrots and harvesting them and all that stuff, then think of what that all takes. Go to the grocery store and look at how much the cost of a bag of carrots is. And it's like, how can they do this? It's so cheap. It's because there's some manipulation going on there somewhere. They actually cared the making of junk would actually switch out. So one thing I noticed, this is something I noticed, when I went to Germany, now the German people are different culture, different people. They don't put up with like bad quality stuff. They just won't buy it. They have a very higher bar than Americans for stuff. So I went to this store that was just like a store where you can just buy miscellaneous house stuff, right? Decorations, socks, umbrellas, random stuff like that. And the quality of all the stuff that was there was just exponentially higher than what you get here. And it was half the cost. So it just shows you businesses know where the line is with each kind of culture of people. And yeah, if people wouldn't buy the low quality stuff, the companies would make higher quality stuff. They would. But because they know they can get away with it, well, why put more time and money into something when I can just make the full price or even double, you know? So that was like really mind-blowing, actually. Just even the simplest of things like a kid's toy or something like that, the quality over in Germany is way higher, just absolutely higher. You can just tell like the plastic is more dense and like more well built and just everything. I pay attention to all those little details. And the cost was like half the cost. I couldn't believe it. I was like, dang, I don't want to buy anything when I go back home anymore. We're just money sponges, guys. Get used to it. Well, Germans are very, you guys like to shave pennies too, that's for sure. So, yeah, something that has to be good, otherwise nobody's gonna buy it in Germany. I'm sure it's not all Germans, but the majority of them. Ah, yeah, shrinkflation. All right. I love this scenario in your mind where you go into the board meeting where they make these decisions. So they're having the big corporate board meeting. They're like, all right, guys, we can't raise the price anymore. People are getting upset and switching to other things. What can we do? Let's come up with some ideas here. And then old Bill over in the corner is like, how about instead of raising the price, we lower the amount of material in our product? Slowly, so they don't notice. Brilliant. Same price for less. We're so fixated on price, but we're not fixated on price per, you know, per unit of measurement, you know, price per ounce. Dang you, Bill. Shrinkflation. That's when shrinkflation was invented. That's why dollar stores are dangerous? Yeah. Yeah, get a roll of toilet paper at the dollar store and it's got like, it's like a margin. Yeah, you can get a whole roll for $1, but it's like completely a fraction of what a full-size roll would be. Let's kill Bill. Make the box taller but thinner. Yeah, yeah. They play that game. Totally play that game. It's crazy, man. And this is why we need to all slowly work our way towards, you know, getting away from the stuff that companies make. Getting back to smaller business, buying stuff from smaller businesses, farmers markets, where you're probably gonna have to pay a little bit more. But you're gonna get, you know. My father-in-law has a saying. He says, "I'm too poor to buy the cheap stuff." Think about that. It's true. When you buy the cheap stuff, you tend to pay more in the end than if you would have just bought the little bit more expensive quality stuff from the beginning. So. I'm too poor to buy the cheap stuff. Remember that next time you're contemplating that cheap item. What's the percentage of sawdust we can legally get away with in our Rice Krispie treats? Oh, jeez. No, sawdust is too expensive. Be something even worse, I'm sure. What about bugs? Those are cheap. Anyways, I can get off my soapbox here. Hey everybody. Thank you very much for supporting my work and tuning in. I appreciate it. I think we did some great work this week. And I'm going to very much enjoy my time off here. And play some Baldur's Gate 3, drink some beer, and hang out with the family. That's my game plan. I will be back. Saturday is our class, so we'll be getting into our first layer of detail work, essentially, on Saturday. Or Sunday, sorry, not Saturday, Sunday. Oh, jeez, I don't work on Saturdays. What the heck? And then, yeah, then we'll be back to it next week, back to our normal lineup. Monday morning, Skyrim Dragon, and Lizelle from Baldur's Gate 3. Sundays. Not Saturday, I don't show up Saturday. It's the one day a week I don't stream. I won't be here. You can show up, but I won't be here. Alright, let's find somebody to raid. Get on out of here. Doop 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 boo. Mm-hmm. Who indeed? Let's go raid Miniature's Den. This guy is the top, as far as I'm concerned, this guy is one of the top, if not the top, painter of sculptures I've ever seen. Bibbidi, yeah. He is like just out of this world with his methods and techniques. Something we can always we can all look up to and strive for. Miniature's Den. Let's go check him out. Bibbidi. All right, folks. Till next time. Bye-bye.